And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the Civic Center. Jacob Toby alongside my partner, Dion Amati. We've got our second game and a bunch of them here for the Shrine Tournament in the 39th edition. Glad you could join us here on Bravado Wireless. Oktaha taking on McCurtain. It's going to be a fun one today. A lot of basketball coming up.
Yeah, we're going to see a good one right here, right now. There's a lot of players on this team that you need to watch out for, and we'll talk a little bit about them during the process of the game. But we want to get into these keys really quickly. One of the things the coaches mentioned, they want to play together as a team. Very important. Blocking out. I haven't heard that one in this tournament. They said they wanted to block out. Is very important to get these offensive and defensive rebounds. So let's see if they can both get that done tonight.
All righty, we are ready and set to go here at the Civic Center for game number 2. McCurtain coming in ranked number 9 in Class B. Oktaha, though, a bigger school, so head coach Derek Farrell in his second year and his second stint at this school telling me that it'll be a challenge for them regardless of what the ranking is. Gage Cooper with the ball right now. Cooper still with it. Down low, Satterfield can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Orr, in and out. Quickly back the other way. Walker had an open three. And looks to be Matthew Fry with the travel.
And that's unfortunate because there was a big three-pointer that was hit just then. It's going to be interesting to see which way this one goes.
Ball tipped for a moment. Or looking for an option. Satterfield can't hit again. Walker lost it on the way up. It'll go to McCurtain. The Bulldogs coming in 14-4. Oktaha 7-5. Off-ball foul down low looks to be on Matthew Fry, the 6'5 senior, number 13 in blue. That's his first personal foul.
That's a good job over there by Jacob Yeldon contesting the shot, but a good job getting the offensive rebound and going back up with it.
Corner three off the mark by Adam Johnson. Foul on Corey Walker. That's his first personal foul. Back to the top. Mankin hands it off. Cooper. 6-foot sophomore. Or on the floor. Hey, I like that rhyme.
Poet, and you didn't even know it.
Glenn from 3 doesn't connect, but it goes out of bounds off of Oktaha. Oktaha, excuse me.
Both of these head coaches really animated early this morning. Excuse me, we're more into the afternoon portion of
You're right.
Of this, so we can stop saying morning now and check and say afternoon.
It's 11:44 Central Time. Walker back the other way, throws up a wild shot. He got fouled on the way up.
And that's exactly what the coaching staff for Oktaha has been asking for of this team. Defensively, he wants to bring pressure, not only in a trap situation, but he's talking about this half-court defense. He wants his players up and close and personal with this McCurry team, and they're not getting it done to his liking right now. But with that turnover, maybe he'll be a little pleased.
Corey Walker at the line, 5'7" senior, hit his first free throw, connects on the second as well. All knotted up at 2. This one come down to the wire probably. Cooper pulls back out, down low. Satterfield whizzing a pass inside. Glenn fouled on the baseline. And you could hear head coach Derek Farrell saying the only person stopping you is you, your mentality. So he wants his kids to play with a lot of energy. Nice bank shot from Trenton Orr.
And that's a guy that I've been waiting for to get started so I can talk about him. That's one
we'll talk about him then.
That's one of the players that you got a spotlight here tonight. Trenton Orr, a kid that scored 53 points in one game.
How much?
53 in one game this season. So you know he's a scorer and he can get it done offensively for this McCurtain team.
Walker missing on the 3. And a timeout will be taken by Oktaha as you take a look. Nice post move from Trenton Orr for the deuce.
And a nice bank shot off the glass. Did he call glass?
Maybe, I'm not sure. I didn't hear it yet. We'll keep it here. Oktaha coming in again, 7-5 on the year. McCurtain ranked number 9 in Class B. The Bulldogs 14-4 on the season, manned by second-year head coach Derek Farrell. He was here previously for 9 years. And then Darian Dixon in his 5th year head coaching Oktaha. This is our second game out of 7 total games today.
And like we mentioned earlier, there early in the first quarter, both of these head coaches animated, getting into their teams over there on the bench, not liking the way they started off the game. I mean, and this is one of the things you got to anticipate playing early in the day. I mean, most of these teams used to playing night games after school. So it's a different environment for them when they play in tournaments.
Satterfield falling away.
You see that I protected the camera? You see how I protected my baby over here?
You protected that bad boy pretty good.
You see? You see the hands, ref. You see the hands.
We have had fun with referees Sheldon Mack and Mike DeVault as they're on their second game of 3 today. Scott traveled. Inside, Sutterfield? Yes.
And that's a nice move by Sutterfield. Posting up, taking the contact, going straight up and getting the basket.
Three-point attempt off the mark from Ian Scott.
And it was an open look, so I liked the attempt, but it was just a little off. Hitting the right side of the rim.
Cooper, crossover to the right. Main point guard for McCurtain. Cooper, 14-footer, no good. McCurtain will keep the possession. Ball goes onto the stage.
Referee has one of the McCurtain players assist him by getting the ball off the stage.
Sheldon Mack, I guess, can't get up there.
Yeah, we're going to have a good laugh about that after this game. I want him to know that.
6-2 lead for the Bulldogs. Orr in the corner.
You see Oktaha applying the pressure defensively that their coach has been persisting that they give him.
Hagan Glenn missing on that 3. Back the other way. Fry to the rack, gets fouled. He'll head to the line for 2.
And that's a great move over there in transition by the big man.
So I wasn't here last night. You were here for 2 games. Were there any cheerleaders that you were at?
Hilldale did come back. Remember,
Okay.
they were there.
Yes,
they
I
were
did.
in attendance the first night. They did come back.
Okay.
And those were the only girls that I were able to see.
Well, we've got the
come support
McCurtain
their
Bulldog cheer squad here today, stomping away. Trying to make the Tigers miss at the line. Doesn't work that time. Fry gets 1 of 2. 6-3, your score here early on. 2:40 left to go in the first quarter. Thanks for tuning in to Bravado Wireless. Jacob Toby and former OSU safety Dion Amade bringing you the action. Ethan Satterfield with 6 points so far.
And he's doing a good job at the low post, making moves and getting the ball off the glass and into the bucket.
Frazier down low. Johnson to the corner. Fry can't hit the J. Over the back foul. Fouls on Satterfield. That's his first personal foul. Let's take a look at the replay.
You see the postman, you see he lowers that shoulder,
Yep.
creates some space, and gets the ball in the hole.
How about a swish from Ian Scott from downtown?
And that's his 3rd attempt. He finally knocks it down. Look for him to continue from that poor distance all day.
Cooper back out. Mencken with it. Driving with the left hand and scoring. Nicely done. Bruce Mencken, the 5'11 junior.
And the Oktaha coaching staff displeased about that. That's what they're talking about. They want close, tight, aggressive defense. When they play loose like that, it gives them an opportunity to drive to the lane. McCurtain takes full advantage of it.
Johnson misses from the baseline. Pressure being put on by Yandel. Approaching 1 minute left in the first quarter here at the Civic Center in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Or post move. Up fake. Can't get it to go.
And that's exactly what Coach was talking about. They need to block out. Offensive rebounds can't happen. Second chance shots is not what he likes to see.
Oh, nice cutting move by Johnson. Just couldn't finish.
Just too much momentum going towards the basket. Couldn't slow it down.
Fry from way downtown can't hit. Rebound goes to Scott. He could have had a 3. He didn't take it.
Yeah, hesitated.
Up and under move by Frazier. And an offensive foul. Foul will be called on Frazier. Timeout is taken. 33.1 seconds to go. 10-6. McCurtain on top. '39th edition, the Shrine Classic, the Civic Center, Muskogee, Oklahoma. Jacob Toby alongside my partner, Dion Amade. A 10-6 early lead for McCurtain. 33 seconds to go in the first quarter.
You see they try to switch it up and run the offense. A tight 2-3 defense is being played by Oktaha.
Cooper in the corner, thought about the 3. Shovel pass to the other side. Cooper now has to take the 3 at the buzzer. It's no good.
And that's great defense by Oktaha. Just in the passing lanes, not allowing them to get inside.
10-6 lead for McCurtain. We'll take a break. Be right back with the second quarter here on Bravado Wireless.
Big wireless companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but their coverage where you live is still small. At Bravado Wireless, we provide the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month, right here in Eastern Oklahoma. You deserve to connect fast to your family, friends, and colleagues, wherever they are, with no interruptions and no excuses. Don't buy into big. Go bold. Go Bravado. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Back here at the Civic Center, Jacob Toby alongside Dion Amade. 10-6 lead for McCurtain. 6 early points for Ethan Satterfield. Scott from 3. It's good. It's his second 3.
And I told you that he was going to make a lot of those in this game, or at least attempt, and he's making me a profit.
Over or under? 2 more 3s in the first half for Scott.
Over. Hey, 32, I'm trying to call a game here, buddy. As they take out our table.
Only a slight takeout. Did you say over or under?
Under.
All right. Ball kept in bounds.
Good catch by Satterfield.
Mankin looking for options, or lobs it inside. Satterfield underneath. Can't spin it home. Johnson
kicks it back out.
Yendo went inside. Johnson underneath. He traveled. He hopped up, came back down.
Yeah, and if it wasn't a travel, that would have been a great move over there. They're starting to actually find some work offensively. I think that 3 over there on the outside from Scott really jump-started this team offensively and got them really active. I like that possession right there. Although they came away with a turnover on the travel, it was still a very active possession for them.
Oh, nice move by Trenton Orr. He's got 4 points.
And Trenton Orr doesn't seem to be fazed at all by the height of Fry down there, still raising up and shooting over him.
3-point attempt. Yandel connects from downtown.
That's a big-time shot.
And we're tied at 12.
That ties up the ball game.
Satterfield out. Glenn from downtown. He answers, and the lead goes back to the Bulldogs.
And they take a risk over there. Number 32, Adam Johnson, goes in reaching to try to get the steal. Because of that, his teammates have to come help. And number 20 for McCurtain.
Oh, my goodness. Frazier from downtown, and we're tied again. And a timeout. Derek Farrell upset right now at his Bulldogs, as we're all tied up at 15. Lots of 3s back and forth.
Yeah, and it seems like the teams are still trying to find the energy that their coaches are bringing to them. You can check out the replay, though, right here. Great dribble penetration by the Bulldogs, by number 23, Bruce McCannon. And then right there on the outside, Scott drains the 3, and then followed up by number 3. Also, Yeldon drains another one. And then look at this. It's a three-point shooting contest. Number 20, Glenn, goes and shoots his own. And let's have it one more time for the Tigers. Number 23, Frazier, has his own three-pointer made.
I don't mind a three-point battle. How about you?
In this day and age, I love three-pointers. If they're not going to dunk, you might as well shoot a three.
I like some dunks as well, though. Let it be known. Or went to pass it inside, got knocked away, right back to him. He does the same thing, but the pass goes out of bounds. That's a tough pass to make.
And that's a good defensive possession for the Tigers. Denying the pass and then playing hard defense down below and not allowing a passing lane down there for number 33, Shatterfield.
Down low, Johnson, easy two.
Good ball movement and great pass.
Or down low, it's where he gets triple teamed, passes out. Cooper's open in the corner.
On those possessions right there, if he gets tripled or double teamed, he has to kick it back out. But the man that he kicks it out to, if he's open, he has to take the shot and make them pay, or they'll continue to do that on defense.
Cooper was open. He didn't take it in the corner. Head coach Darian Dixon upset at him that he didn't take it. Cooper this time driving, can't hit.
And he takes a little bit off that pass, and maybe if it gets there sooner, he can attempt that three, but they're going to attempt one right here, and he hits it. That's Scott for his what? Fourth three threes of the game?
Scott's got 9 points. Oktaha up 20-15. We'll be back after this.
When those shots are falling, it's hard to stop a team, especially when they're making threes. This McCurtain team is going to have to figure out how to get some points offensively themselves, and it's going to have to come from, in my opinion, number 1 over there, Trenton Orr. He's having some trouble in the low post, especially with number 13 Fry on him. Kind of met his equal on that height advantage that he normally has. So let's see if he can find other ways to get it done, especially if they're going to triple team him.
20-15 our score. Oktaha up on McCurtain. Cooper to Mankin. Or double teamed. Maybe that shot got blocked.
And I think it did. I think number 13, Fry, got a piece of it.
Yandel. Scott. Yandel fakes the three. Had Cooper jumping for a second. Frazier connects from downtown.
And they're hot. They're hot. I think Frazier just hit a heat check right there.
Another timeout called with 3:10 to go in the second quarter. 23-15. Oktaha taking the lead. Ball movement right now.
Yeah, look at that. And he sees him wide open. Nice pass over the head, and Frazier rewards the assist rewards him for the pass with the assist.
Frazier's got 6 points. Game's leading scorer is Ian Scott with 9 points, the 5'9" sophomore.
And that's him coming off the bench.
He did come off the bench. And then on McCurtain's side, Ethan Satterfield with 6 points. Trenton Orr down low with 4 points, but we've seen it about 3 or 4 times. Orr is getting double and triple teamed every time he touches the ball down there.
Yeah, and they're going to have to make open shots when he kicks it out to them. And I'm pretty sure the coaching staff is going to see that. They're going to make adjustments, if not now, at halftime. Got to get your best shooter over there to kick him in the ball, then kick it back out to your shooter and have him drain a couple of threes, and I'm pretty sure they'll go away from that triple team.
Well, like we said, Cooper didn't hit that in the corner, or didn't take it after Orr passed it out. We'll see if they can change that.
Can't shy away from those opportunities.
Glenn looking for an option.
Scott daring him to shoot the ball.
There's the double team on Orr. Every single time he touches the ball. Pivot foot, nicely done to get out of that.
Nice deny of the pass by number 3, Yeldon. Excuse me, Yandel.
Glenn to Orr.
Nice hands by number 32, Adam Johnson.
Oh, Johnson blocked by Orr. Nice job of Orr getting back on defense. Ball went out of bounds.
And watch this replay right here. Off the glass, gives him a little stare down.
Cooper thought about the 3. Orr, 14-footer, can't bank it home. Here comes Scott the other way. Frazier went underneath, but it was a travel called on Johnson.
And I like the tempo of the game right now. It seems like the pace is to the side of Oktaha. And with the double team they're doing on Orr, it's to their advantage. McCurtain can't find any way offensively to help right now.
Look at the defense from Johnson. Johnson to the rack. Left-handed layup is good.
Active hands, doing a great job.
25-15 in favor of the Tigers. Satterfield, that pass, no good. Here come the Tigers. Yandel down low. Shot was blocked, picked back up, and it's Johnson again.
Johnson having a good second quarter here. Defense turning into offense, and then they're rewarding him on the offensive end as well with easy baskets.
Johnson's got 6. Satterfield taking it in strong. He's got 8. Pass back out to Scott. Quick fire. Can't hit.
I think the pass was a little off, and it messed up a little bit of his rhythm and his timing.
25 seconds remaining in the first half. Cooper, left-handed scooper. Cooper, scooper. I'm a rhyming machine right now.
Stop that.
Second foul on Frazier. Cage Cooper, 6-foot sophomore, looking for his first points of the night. Corey Walker to check in for Oktaha. Cooper still looking for his first points, 0 for 2 from the free throw line. And Oktaha has the final shot opportunity.
Running the offense right now. Johnson goes up for the layup, and it's good. Good half-court offense.
Johnson finishes with 8 points and helps the Oktaha Tigers to a 29-17 lead, and it was all about the threes in the first half.
Yeah, and they got streaky from that point and that distance, especially this Oktaha team. And defensively, they did some good things as well, playing tight, aggressive defense as their coach was begging for it. There you see the man of the second quarter gets blocked right there by Orr, but still active hands throughout the second quarter, getting some easy points and some easy turnovers. He did it all. That's one of the kids that the head coach told me to watch out for. Number 32, the young sophomore, Adam Johnson. He's a player, and you'll love to watch him, and I'm enjoying everything I'm seeing right now.
All right, we'll take a short break for halftime. 29-17 lead for Oktaha. Check back with us in a few minutes here on Bravado Wireless.
I'm Keith Olmstead, Bedouin Shrine Tournament Director for the Bedouin Shrine Basketball Classic. I came into the Shrine in 2002, and I grew up, my father was a Shriner, and he came in 1980, which was the first year the tournament started, so I've basically been around it my whole life. This will be the 39th annual. The basketball tournament started in 1980 as a fundraiser to come up with a way to raise money to transport the burned and orthopedic children back and forth to the Shriners hospitals. At the current time, we have 22 hospitals that the Shriners operate free of charge, and we transport the kids free of charge. And this is the largest fundraiser that we do to be able to do that without asking the parents for any money. The basketball tournament is, we like the saying, it's kids helping kids. They get to play in the tournament, but in the same token, you know, by them playing and their fans coming and buying a ticket to come sit and watch, they are in turn helping us, so it's kids helping kids. We have that are actually involved in the tournament. There will probably be 150 different Shriners throughout helping to pull this off. It's not an easy undertaking to do. When you have 32 teams, that are guaranteed 3 games, that's a lot to handle. So we, in turn, you know, require a lot of assistance. So we ask the nobles, and they're all volunteers. You know, none of the Shriners ever get $1 out of this. All the proceeds from this tournament go strictly to transporting kids back and forth to the hospital. But we have actually had, and if I'm not mistaken, like 32 kids, I think, that have actually been a Shrine patient and played in the Shrine tournament. And if they do that, if they are a Shrine patient and play in the tournament, we present them with a white jacket, which is an honor. If half of these schools, if they ever met those kids and knew their story and knew their struggles and how much the Shrine has helped, it really makes it well worthwhile. I mean, I understand that it's a lot of hassle for these schools to come, you know, to play, and the expense that goes with it. But like I said, if you talk to those children and their parents for what it's done for them and their lives and how much it's improved their way of life, it's well worth it. All the hours that I put in and all the other Shriners put in is nothing compared to what those kids have gone through. I mean, to my knowledge, there's not any other tournament out there that is strictly for a charity cause. And I mean, for us to be going into our 39th year and still going is something to be said, you know, and that means that the people, the community, everybody is focused on what it's for, and that's how we've sustained as long as we have.
Alrighty, back here at the Civic Center in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Jacob Toby alongside my broadcast partner, Dion Amade. 29-17 lead for the Oktaha Tigers over the McCurtain Bulldogs. Entertaining first half, hopefully the same for the second. Or looking to pass it down low, inside. Can't be converted by Satterfield, and an over-the-back foul against Satterfield. His second personal foul.
And that's not the way the Bulldogs want to start the second half.
Yandel. I'd like to see more of Matthew Fry, the 6'5" senior down low. Only has 1 point in this game, coming on a free throw. Johnson can't hit. Cooper brings it up, main ball handler for the Bulldogs. I mean, they're leaving Mencken wide open to shoot the three, and he's not biting.
He's going to have to pull the trigger on that, or his postmen are going to get double-teamed all this second half.
Orr firing and hitting for three.
And you see what they did with Orr, the second half adjustment. They bring him out of the post so he doesn't see the double team, so he can get going offensively.
And he's got the skills to hit threes. Fry. Yandel fakes the long three. Johnson down low. It's been a beast today. Here's Johnson.
And he gets blocked a little bit, but he goes up and gets the rebound.
Fry working down low, trying to keep it alive. He does so. Back out. Walker baseline. He gets shut off.
And it's a good job by these Bulldogs playing nice defense.
Yandel can't hit the three. And it goes out of bounds. 9-point game, 5:45 to go in the third quarter. Coming up in our next game, it's the small school girls. 1 p.m. Haskell taking on McCurtain for the third place game. 4:30. Again, the girls, the small school bracket. Kansas taking on Red Oak at 6 p.m. The boys small bracket. Haskell taking on Kansas in the championship game. 7:30. Large school boys, East Central, or rather large school girls, East Central versus Fort Gibson. Then followed by OKC Southeast and Fort Gibson boys large school championship. Third foul on Satterfield. Fry's got 2 points.
Making those free throws count.
Puts both down.
And Orr goes up for the easy 2 points. I thought he was going to dunk that at one point, but he goes for the finger roll.
We need one dunk before we leave today, buddy.
One dunk. That's all we're asking for. I'm talking to you, Fry.
Frazier can't connect. Offensive rebound by Fry. He can't put it in. Cooper back the other way. Tanner blocks him in the game, number 25 in white. But all the way to the rack is Satterfield once more. He's got 10 points.
And he does a good job penetrating inside that 3-2 defense.
Walker can't connect.
And it was a good look. Just sometimes it doesn't fall.
But as a coach, are you saying keep taking those types of shots?
Most definitely. When you're open, you got to shoot. Especially if you have the ability to do so.
Glenn blocks him down low or kicks it back out. Or will take, but he can't connect.
Good job by Fry getting a hand up in his face. Kicks it back out, moving the ball, nice rotation.
Down low, and Fry is fouled. He puts it down, but it won't count.
It's a travel, and on the spin move, he took that extra step.
(31-24), the Tigers up over the Bulldogs here at the Civic Center in Muskogee. Nice move down low by Satterfield, but he can't put it down. Walker, wide open three, just inside the NBA three-point line. It goes down.
And I've said, if you have the ability to make that shot, you keep shooting if you're open. Don't pass up those opportunities. Don't shy away from that success.
Cooper thought
somebody was over there.
Somebody was over there.
He thought somebody was over there.
He thought Brody Short was over there. Short's going to take a seat.
Take a look at the replay. Good ball movement over here, and he passes it right back to number 22, Corey Walker, and he hits the three.
Johnson. And he's fouled.
And it was a good block by Orr, but they call Satterfield.
That's his fourth personal foul.
And that's unfortunate because he's barely been the one producing for this team offensively.
And he's going to stay in there.
And I'm wondering if his coaching staff knows that he has 4 fouls.
Scott trying to get into the ball game. Johnson can't connect on the second. Scott will come in for Yandel.
Hold on, did they just call another foul? And I think they called a foul on.
No, I believe it went out of bounds.
Okay. Because that was a scary moment over there for the Bulldogs, because if it was a foul, it would have been on 33, and that would have been his 5th.
Walker. Johnson.
Johnson is very, very active offensively and defensively. Just a guy who produces a lot of energy and has a lot of talent to go with it. Young sophomore seeing a lot of minutes because of that.
Or can't put it down. Glenn trying to play defense. Nice move inside. And Fry is fouled.
And that's just a good job of dribble penetration and kicking it to the open man. Fry gets fouled. Hopefully he makes these ones count.
Fry's 6'5". He's a senior. Connects on the first. Coming up on Bravado. Next week, Eastern will take on Seminole State. That'll be a live broadcast. Oktaha Crossroads Classic, January 24th to the 26th. That'll be broadcasted live, as well as Connor State at Seminole State, January 28th. Bravado Buzz taking place on February 1st. And Murray State taking on Eastern February 4th.
Got a great lineup there. Some good ball games to look forward to over here at Bravado.
Blocks him, can't get it to go. Under 1:30 left to go in the third quarter. Tigers up by 15. Johnson traveled.
He was wide open.
Yeah, he was.
Kind of surprised himself. Kind of surprised himself and made a mistake because of it.
Trying to post up Orr. Spins, fades, can't connect. He was double teamed. Nice defense coming from McCurtain. Fry call for a foul. That's his second personal. .45 seconds to go in this third quarter. Still a 15-point advantage for the Bulldogs. Orr, that's his game.
And that's a good job by Orr, just working inside, muscling his way to the basket and getting the 2 points.
And a timeout called by the Tigers, trying to set up a last-second shot with 10.6 on the clock. Up by 13. What kind of scenario do you envision them drawing up?
Yeah, in my opinion, they're going to find a way to get the ball to number 32, Johnson, on the perimeter. See if he can't dribble, drive, and make something happen for these Tigers. I mean, and then you always have to look for a second option. If that fails, learned that one from Coach Carter. Great film by Samuel Jackson. True story, but you always got to have a second option when you're going into a final second play like that. And I would look for number 13, Matthew Fry. He seems to be the best outlet to go to. So look for those two players right there, Adam Johnson and Matthew Fry, to get it done with these last 10 seconds on the clock.
Start of the second half in Morgantown, your Cowboys are up 50-46.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
Over West Virginia.
Go Pokes.
If anyone doesn't know, I'm sitting with a former OSU safety, but he's taken a liking to analyzing basketball as well.
Been a big basketball fan in my day.
Did you hang out with any of the basketball players while you were playing?
All the time.
Really?
At the academic center, one thing you got to know is the athletic department, they're really close-knit academically. Not athletically, because we kind of stay to our separate sides athletically, but academically, though, we all stay in the same facility, study at the same place.
Turnover. Back the other way comes Orr. 4 seconds left. Orr still has the basketball, crosses over, will keep it himself, but he got fouled before the buzzer. He got fouled. And Darian Dixon not happy at the Tigers' turnover. That's not what he wanted.
And he's not happy about that at all.
So Trenton Orr to the line will get 2. Hits the first.
And I'm pretty sure Trenton Orr has been in this situation a lot of times by himself on the free throw line at practice, in the backyard. That's why you practice those right there, so you can make them and seal them. And the game's on the line and your team needs you the most.
11-point lead for Oktaha. Let's go back to that conversation. Who was like your favorite person to hang out with on the basketball team?
Basketball team, the 3 dudes that came in when we were both freshmen was Michael Cobbins, Markel Brown, and Michael. And I'm forgetting Michael's last name, but those 3 freshmen came in at the same time, and they were a tight-knit bunch, and we kind of hung around them as well. And also we all have academic facilitators, and that's somebody who helps us through the process academically with our scheduling and finding ways to study, and if we have trouble in a class, helping us go about ways to better and improve in those classes. And so my facilitator was Miss Amy Rudolph, and she was also the facilitator to the basketball players because they only had one, and mine was her. So I hung out with a lot of those guys. We went to the same outings socially, and it's a very tight-knit group in Stillwater. Not a lot of places to go, so you find yourself in the same places as well.
Now, were you there the year after Marcus Smart was there?
I was there while Marcus Smart was there.
That's awesome.
His freshman and sophomore year. So Marcus was also a guy that was around and about. But Michael Cobbs and Markel Brown were more of the guys that we kicked it with.
All right. Well, you know, Marcus Smart's my guy because I'm a Boston man, so.
Yeah, I remember Marcus because me and him both played in the Dallas area growing up. So
yeah, from Dallas.
Very cool guy, and glad that he's having a lot of success over there with the Celtics.
Johnson with a nice finish. 13 points. And the lead keeps growing for the Tigers.
And that's a good job by Shatterfield. Going to the basket, cutting, and getting the easy 2. I don't like the bounce pass right there. It gives him a nice chest pass. He might have an opportunity to shoot that for 3.
Like that right there.
And
but he wasn't open that time.
Yep.
Johnson falling down, and we'll get called for a travel.
And the head coach wants a foul. My vision was a little obstructed right there, so I couldn't really see. So I'm just going to take the ref's word for it.
Yep. Or thinking rim, but it's an offensive foul, and guess who took it? Johnson.
Johnson does all the dirty work and has the talent to go along with it.
15 foul, 2 away from the bonus. Yandel fakes the 3, down low to the baseline for Frazier to Johnson. He can't hit the first, but he finishes the second. This man, down low, unstoppable.
And he just muscles and works and grits his way through every basket.
Cooper's corner 3 off, or puts it down. He's got 15 points.
I feel like the difference in this ball game has been the fact that they held Orr early in the game, so he couldn't get going offensively. He still has 15 points, but still.
Walker from downtown. He hits his second 3.
Not the performance that he's accustomed to seeing.
Lead back up to 12, or rather 13. And that pass tipped away. 4-on-1 break. Scott pulls up for a 15-footer. Rims out. Johnson is there. Guess what? He puts it down.
He's a one-man wrecking crew right now, down low, getting rebounds offensively and defensively and tearing it up on the scoreboard.
16-point lead. And a turnover. Derek Farrell saying, take care of the basketball. Bruce Mencken checks in. And Bloxham will sit down after that turnover. Nice defense. Johnson will throw it up to Walker, and he missed the layup. Too much finger roll, not enough backboard.
Too much finger roll indeed. That was a great steal by Johnson, a great assist. He just took one step, tried to finish with the roll and didn't go.
Or fakes the shot. Glenn can't hit the three.
Matthew Fry enters the game again.
3:43 left to go in the fourth. 16-point lead for Oktaha. Or down low, nice shovel pass to Satterfield, who's got 14 points.
Satterfield's been doing work himself down low. Been having a nice, neat ball game.
Double team coming, nice zone defense from the Bulldogs. Cooper couldn't hit the layup, but an offensive rebound by Mencken, and then a foul against Frazier. That's his third personal foul.
And I like the defense that the Bulldogs were playing on that last possession. They were close, they were tight, they were aggressive. You even heard the teammates telling one of their fellow teammates, hey, get closer on him. Once he did that, caused a little disarray from the Tigers. They were able to create a turnover.
Cooper down low. Satterfield double teamed. Cooper will jack up a three. It's short.
You always know when you say jack up a three, he's going to miss it.
Johnson easily soaring through the court for two.
How many points does Johnson have now? He seems like he's tearing it up the second half.
19.
Easily in double figures.
He was in double figures about a minute 30 into the second half.
I know he finished the first half with 8 points.
Glenn for three.
And that's a nice three by Glenn, his second of the ball game.
Mencken coming over, trying to disrupt that pass.
And look at the replay right here. As
There was a foul.
It was a foul, and he didn't get called, and Johnson didn't care either. Just finishes and goes coast to coast with the easy 2 points.
Yeah, Glenn easily fouled him on that drive.
Check out this right here. You see Glenn, that was his first three-pointer. Excuse me, his second three-pointer of the afternoon.
Yeah, he's got 6 points. So obviously Johnson leading the game with 17. Satterfield on the other side is 14. Or has a game high, or rather a team high 15 points for the Bulldogs.
And I still think that's been the difference in the game. The ability of this Oktaha team to shut down Orr early in the game. He didn't really get it going until midway in the second quarter, and then the second half, it's been all him, especially when they made the adjustment from going away from the post position where they were triple teaming him and kicking him out, giving him some free reign so he could work and make some jump shots and get it going.
This event sponsored by Charlie's Chicken and Armstrong Bank. Have you ever been to Charlie's Chicken?
I have been to Charlie's Chicken. Funny story about Charlie's Chicken.
I'm ready.
So at OSU, during the summertime when you go up there for workouts, they can't prepare food for you.
Okay.
So they give you these tickets, these coupons,
Yep.
and they're good for a couple, they're worth $11 or so, and because of that, you can use the tickets and pay for food around local businesses around Stillwater. Well, one of the businesses was Charlie's Chicken. And if you know me, you know I love chicken.
Yes.
At the time where there wasn't no churches or no Popeyes, which is my preference.
Popeye's your preference, okay.
Yeah, so everybody would just go to Charlie's Chicken. And,
Nice.
I've been a avid goer ever since.
I've never been. Maybe I'll go sometime.
I'll take you.
All right.
You
Deal.
pay.
Huh?
You pay.
All right.
I said I'll take you, but you got to pay. You heard me correctly.
Yeah. Johnson at the line, or with a 4th personal foul. Johnson now with 20 points. Darian Dixon, the head coach for Oktaha, still aggressively coaching his kids with 1:23 to go as Johnson hits the 2nd free throw.
And you got to remember, this team is up 15 points. But like I said in that first ball game that we're covering, these tournament games are opportunities for these teams to not only play on Saturday and in the afternoon, but also to get some reps in and get ready for the later part of the season.
Or hit the 3. 55 seconds to go, and a foul will be called on Orr. That's his 5th, so he's done. He finishes with 18 points.
You can tell the frustration on his face right there. Not happy about exiting the ball game a little earlier.
1-and-1 opportunity for Scotty. Connects on the 1st. And hits both. He's in double figures with 11. .4 lead for Oktaha. They'll get their 8th win of the season. McCurtain will suffer its 5th loss. Oh, nice play to keep it in bounds by looked to be Mencken, and a block called on Johnson, and the N1 converted by Satterfield.
Yeah, just didn't get his feet set quite right, and he gets called for the blocking foul.
1-and-1. Satterfield, 16 points tonight. Johnson with the rebound. Who else would have it? And the timeout was just called a sub. Cody Gallatin has checked in for Oktaha. Brent Dunlap as well. Trey Harjo. Nice defense from McCurtain. Back the other way, can't spin it home. Cooper.
Watch out, our cameraman's right there, guys.
That's Clayton. Watch out, Clayton.
Good job, good rebound, Clayton.
One hand in the camera, one hand on the ball.
That's an athlete right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Blocks him, fires up a 3. And that will do it. Final score, 54-42. The Oktaha Tigers victorious over the McCurtain Bulldogs. A fun one here. Thought it'd be a little bit more closer than it was. Oktaha shooting the lights out of this one.
Yeah, they really did, especially in the second half. the first half, the second quarter is when they really started pouring it on with those streaky three-point shooters getting it done. But I was thoroughly impressed by number 32 for the Oktaha Tigers, and that would be sophomore Adam Johnson, 6'1" forward. He played one heck of a game, 21 points, crashing the boards offensively and defensively, an active hands-on defense. Very, very fierce competitor, and he's going to be doing some great things with his career here out with the Tigers.
All right, so that's the final score, 54-42. Teams will get their medals and the trophies right now, so we'll take a break as we first will run through some highlights. I mean, the threes were working for both sides tonight. That was Hagen Glenn from downtown.
Certainly, and right there you see Frazier knock down one of his own. He had a couple tonight as well. And this is the man of the night, in my opinion. But he gets
That was
blocked.
the one time he got blocked.
That's the one time, but right here, the active hands all defensively all night by Adam Johnson.
Love his focus, right?
Oh, man, going up for the easy 2 points. And then right here, you can see the nice dish pass, them rewarding him because of his defensive play and going up strong for the basket. And right here, watch this kick back to the three-pointer for the senior for this Tiger Ball Club. That would be Corey Walker, who got that three. And then this man right here, number 2, Ian Scott, had a nice night as well. Johnson gets the rebound and puts that up.
And then he's just going coast to coast, man. Johnson, he was fouled right there, but it didn't matter. He let him go, and Johnson, again, 21 points. But a good night for Trenton Orr as well, 18 points. He fouled out. But probably the 2 best big men on the floor tonight. 54-42, the final score. The Tigers beat the Bulldogs. We'll be back with our 3rd game of the day coming up in just a little bit, so we'll take a break and be right back here on Bravado Wireless.
I'm Keith Olmstead, Bedouin Shrine Tournament Director for the Bedouin Shrine Basketball Classic. I came into the Shrine in 2002, and I grew up, my father was a Shriner, and he came in 1980, which was the first year the tournament started, so I've basically been around it my whole life. This will be the 39th annual. The basketball tournament started in 1980 as a fundraiser to come up with a way to raise money to transport the burned and orthopedic children back and forth to the Shriners hospitals. At the current time, we have 22 hospitals that the Shriners operate free of charge, and we transport the kids free of charge. And this is the largest fundraiser that we do to be able to do that without asking the parents for any money. The basketball tournament is, we like the saying, it's kids helping kids. They get to play in the tournament, but in the same token, you know, by them playing and their fans coming and buying a ticket to come sit and watch, they are in turn helping us, so it's kids helping kids. We have that are actually involved in the tournament. There will probably be 150 different Shriners throughout helping to pull this off. It's not an easy undertaking to do. When you have 32 teams, that are guaranteed 3 games, that's a lot to handle. So we, in turn, you know, require a lot of assistance. So we ask the nobles, and they're all volunteers. You know, none of the Shriners ever get $1 out of this. All the proceeds from this tournament go strictly to transporting kids back and forth to the hospitals. But we have actually had, and if I'm not mistaken, like 32 kids, I think, that have actually been a Shrine patient and played in the Shrine tournament. And if they do that, if they are a Shrine patient and play in the tournament, we present them with a white jacket, which is an honor. If half of these schools, if they ever met those kids and knew their story and knew their struggles and how much the Shrine has helped, it really makes it well worthwhile. I mean, I understand that it's a lot of hassle for these schools to come, you know, to play, and the expense that goes with it. But like I said, if you talk to those children and their parents for what it's done for them and their lives and how much it's improved their way of life, it's well worth it. All the hours that I put in and all the other Shriners put in is nothing compared to what those kids have gone through. I mean, to my knowledge, there's not any other tournament out there that is strictly for a charity cause. And I mean, for us to be going into our 39th year and still going is something to be said, you know, and that means that the people, the community, everybody is focused on what it's for, and that's how we've sustained as long as we have.